Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a new episode of Railway Empire 2. I have selected my Iberian liquor train because it was one of the trains I was actually testing in the previous episode, one of the train routes I was testing in the previous episode. And I found out today it's working. Now, another thing I had since the last episode is that prison recruits got unlocked by an auction, which is nice because I already had this one. So I actually paid less for it as I thought. That means we need 600 points before we have unlocked everything. And we still have a bit over 3 years to go. 300 points divided by 30, 600 points divided by 30 is 20 months. However, we already have 130 points, so I need 470, which is, let me think, 30 for 80, 12, and 6, 18 months from now. 18 months from November 1776. 1876. 18 months. That means November 77 plus 6, December, January, February, March, April, May. So technically, without auctions, the 1st of June 1877, I have everything here unlocked, which means I can start preparing for the 1880 period, the one where we get a big, absolute big changes. Electric trains and luxury trains. It will take some time because this is the 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 1800 points, and then we have this. Probably luxury train tickets may cost 300, so we need 2,500 points. But we can save up, meaning I can unlock a few things. We also get candy factories as industry, which also helps. So 600 points. I can actually make that in this episode. 470 points. I can make that in this episode. So, like I said, 10, 16 months from now, I should be able to make that. So I'm going to follow. Oh, I'm going to follow this train and see what happens, because one of the other things I did is setting up all those nice green circles. And all those nice green circles are maintenance posts. It will cost me 8.9 thousand. It will cost me a lot more in the balance, but it will reduce the chance of breakdowns on all nearby tracks. Meaning everything that's covered in this nice green circle, all those trains will have less breakdowns. And I have been working on France for now. I will, after this episode, continue working on the rest, but eventually I want to cover my entire map with this. So I got a lot of work to do. All in preparation. Oh, wait. There's one gone. Done. There's one gone because of the, what you call it, bypass I adjusted. But eventually I want everything to be, what's his name, covered with maintenance posts, all in preparation for the luxury trains. I will also, at some point, start with the electrification of my tracks. We have a little bit done. And I will need a lot more given that I have multiple railway lines here. So if I do this, I hope everything will be covered at some point. Because I will need it big time. And for now I will concentrate on cargo lines only. But this is how it's going to look when I head to Van Wijk. Including the bypass. And this is the problem I will have with the station. In particular, with everything I did with switches and stuff. 82, 81 kilometers is easy. It's those tiny parts that actually mess everything up. Like gridirons. Switches. All these kind of tracks. Because is this actually done now or not? Well, it is now. Let's continue this to Bremen and Groningen. So it's going to look like that. Now look at, yeah, I was afraid of this. We have to wait. Not, yeah, I think it's being considered as building new tracks. So we probably have recalculations of the route. And the counter is moving, which means everything is running again. But this is how it's going to look like. Funny thing, we have here, then it stops. But in a way we still see the wires between. Oh, it's going to use wooden poles instead of the ones we usually had. So that's all how it looks. And the nice part is, the moment I start using an electrical locomotive, I'm also going to find out if everything is working as intended. And we'll see about that. But now, like I said, we're going to follow this one. This is the maintenance post, which, like I said, over time will cost a lot of money, but save me a lot more money. Because maintenance time is going down simply because less maintenance will be required. And yeah, that's a good thing. Here we go again, blackmail. Oh. Ah, never mind. Usually I don't pay. This still happens. Trains waiting. So I should actually redo all the routing with waypoints and all that, simply to make sure things are going to work out, because that one is waiting to increase distance, that one is off to Montpellier. Ah, it's leaving, good. We are waiting for that one, probably. Although it doesn't look like it wants to go there, which is increasing distance, which was increasing distance. And off we go. So we saw the cement run working. The chemicals was working too, I think. So this was the only one I'm not certain about. At least not yet. Well, I wasn't certain about. I am now, because I know it works. The thing is, I haven't shown you people that it works. So reduce chance of breakdown. That means I should get less breakdowns with my trains. And I don't know how it's calculated, if it's actually reducing the maintenance requirements, because the lower my locomotive condition gets, the larger the chance on the breakdown. So if I have maintenance posts there, and if that means that it will reduce the chance on the breakdown, does that mean that my trains can actually run below 50% condition and still not have breakdown, or maybe less chance on a breakdown, something like that? It looks like the condition of the locomotive is actually dropping more slow. And if that happens, then yes, it does drop the number of breakdowns. We will see that in this part, because maintenance is 2.9 million. The maintenance post, as you can see, was going up when I was building, though not that much. Overhead lines is going up now. But what's more important, this. We had 123 days in breakdowns. What will happen now I build a bunch of maintenance posts? That's what actually shows us how things are going with the influence of maintenance posts. This shows the influence of assigning several platforms, dedicated platforms to a train, because one left, one is leaving, one is actually waiting. We are off to waypoint number 1. So everything is running a lot more smooth. Yeah, that one is waiting for a bit. And we are waiting for a bit. But in general, things go a lot better. So far, things are looking good. Waypoint 1 is at Barcelona, or no, not Barcelona. Chavez station, I think. And it's actually sending my train around most of them, thus freeing up tracks for a more smooth movement. There comes the passenger train, full speed. That's actually looking. Yeah, this keeps happening. I don't know why. It was at Yara station. Okay. At Moreno it should do maintenance because we're currently at 90%. That is, if we don't have to wait. So after the next episode, I will be building a lot. Maintenance posts and what's his name? Overhead lines. All in preparation for the 1880s. See? That's what I mean with smooth transition. Those two are waiting. He is able to pass through without actually having to wait for him. We need to go that way. So, still a long way to go. Also December, so next month we will be having 200 points. I'm wondering if it's useful to have a refrigerated car, considering most of what it's picking up doesn't need a refrigerator. It's only the apples. It's only one stop that I actually need. No, two things that I actually need a refrigerated car. I'm going to take it off. That means we have one extra car available. And with that one extra car, we should make 4,000. So the question is, for 2,000, is it more profitable? I think it is. Because I use the refrigerated car for the apples and the corn, but I'm not picking up full corn. I'm also picking up the liquor and from Javes station, cement, salts, some other things. So I think overall that refrigerated car is actually costing me money instead of making me money. The effect on apples without a refrigerated car can be neglected compared to all the other goods. I mean, I'm able to transport 7 cars of sugar right now instead of 6. That's one of the things. 7 cars of sugar instead of 6. Oh, this is going to be nice. Look, both are here to pick up sugar. Both are currently being under maintenance. The night train is faster. So the question is, how much sugar am I going to take? And how much sugar is the other train going to take? We've got 6. The other train also picks up some sugar, but only 1. So does that mean 39 available? Okay. Oh, it left. Yep, it only has 1. So eventually we're still getting the 7 sugar there, except not in the way they hoped. We lost 8. Woo. Similar, no, similar, lost 500,000, actually gained a little bit, production the same, lost a little bit on maintenance, but maintenance post, look at that, holy. Breakdowns dropped a little bit, so let's just wait and see what happens in the next quarter. So still 1. Next month will be 200. This will make a little bit of profit. That will make a little bit of profit, and that's going to be replacing the motors, including this one. Because obviously the high speed is not having the influence I hoped it would. But if maintenance posts are costing this much, then I won't put them on my entire network. Because if I do that, we may actually end up with a 50 million loss every quarter instead of winning, gaining that amount. So paper is there. Still, it looks like I'm making 2.9 million a week. So things are looking good. It's likely that the effect is more, the matrix pose is more in the long run, meaning I will start noticing it over time because maintenance breakdowns will happen less often. So right now we do have a breakdown of them. I'm going to replace this train because it's really having some problems speed-wise. I have the feeling that the blue ships are actually faster here. So it will repair a hairpin now. That's for sure. We also need to find a way to connect that one. The bigger question is where to put it, where to use that iron. So 13800. That's normal for 7 cars. Doesn't matter if we have a refrigerator car or not. Is bigger production here? Nothing. Distilleries. No, wait. Goods. We have 2 in stock. It says nothing. And it's being produced, so that's good. But plenty of sugar, 8 coming in. 4.8 apples, 7 coming in. So that's actually looking good. We only have one liquor for Zaragoza right now. So where is the distillery? Should I update? It's risky, but I think it's a good idea, as we will produce more, which means I will bring in more, going to bring in, needing to bring in more apples and more sugar, which is good. So up there, the big question is what's waiting here for us. I'm not going to have a look actually. Okay, here we go. Cement, salt. Now we have a look to the warehouse. 5 liquor coming in, 10 cement coming in, no chemicals, 4 for furniture waiting. So I need to have a look at the chemical run at some point. I'll do that next. Maybe I need to increase production in the coal mine. Then. Or maybe I have to add another route, copy the ones to deliver the chemicals to Chavez station, to the warehouse there. So I need to have a look for that. Not a paper trail, a paper train. So yeah, I knew this would happen. But still, like I said, setting up my train routes to use different platforms work, because we barely had to wait. Done. Okay, now let's check Chavez, chemicals, loss. It's off to Salamanca. Risky. Why is it moving that way? Oh, because it's going to... Right. Right. So this train actually got a positive balance right now. 16/100. It's supposed to load up and take to Chavez. I don't see designation here. 1.3, 4 coming in, 4 coming out. Lots of other things I need to work at by the look of things. So 7, Barcelona, Zaragoza, Perpignan, Zaragoza. I think this is what's killing the route. The fact that I'm taking things to a warehouse twice. Two, 2 more months. 2 more months and we got PLN. So this one is working. The problem is most likely that I can't produce enough chemicals. The other problem is most likely I can keep following this train without actually. Let's see how much we have waiting. 44. So I can actually do another train, another route. So I can copy this one. As soon as I have the new locomotive, I can copy this one and increase the production of chemicals and make sure that I'm able to distribute more chemicals all over the place. But I need that locomotive. So 2 more months, May will make it possible. We have a problem here, as I was already expecting. I need to move these to the outer platform, turn this into 4-track gridiron to make sure that the train can actually head that direction with the cement, and add another switch from this point on to the other trains so everything keeps going, because currently have too many trains running on 2 tracks waiting for other ones. So I need to clear this station a lot faster. Especially if I want to add another route to this entire area. Okay, so we lost 2 million now. Breakdowns is dropping slowly. Maintenance post is a big pain in the butt, that's for sure. I will probably remove those again. There we go. So, starting bid 1 million, then I'm paying 654, 1,006,000, paying 64, 654. Not bad. It also means we need 400 points now. So everything is going the way I hoped it would. We're not there yet. What? What kind of bull crap is this? I dropped maintenance posts here. 48%? 43, okay. 37. One more month. One more month and I was able to get that one. And we get a breakdown. No idea what's causing the breakdown, by the way. It's a shame. It's absolutely a shame that I can't remove the rest of the UI. Because this would make such a beautiful screenshot. That would even have made a better one, but never mind. Not going to increase production there. Come on, you should be able to run right now. You show you got a free track, so use that free track. There we go. Waiting, waiting. I really need to start using more waypoints. Because I think that's what the delays come from. Oh, the candy can be dropped off in the warehouse. Once I have unlocked it, the only thing I really I need to figure out is what's needed for it. Is there a wiki for this game? Railway Empire. Let's see. I don't think it's actually available. It's a fandom wiki, meaning we got 6 billion ads on it. Search. No search results. Okay, thank you. So, no, we got the PLM on lock. And I keep it in the current color because it's going to be a freight train. 4D, not Udine, but 4D. Um, Save. Engine jet. Replace. Type of route. Suitability. Rate. Express. Mixed. That's one. That's number two. So I'm going to replace the faster train for the slower one with a better tractive power. Hopefully that will give me... Whoa, look at that. Hopefully that will give me the opportunity to actually get a better average speed. So that one is loading up stalls. Look at this, all the furniture. Holy moly. That's a lot of furniture. We still have two waiting for Salamanca. No liquor, no paper, no cement. Looks nice. The wheels actually have counterbalance here. Let's see how it's doing. Ah, yeah, and Spain is actually the only part where my trains are driving on the left and not on the right side of the tracks. I made that mistake at some point and I didn't want to change it. At some point I did reverse the left and the right sides again, but there is a part where we actually drive at opposite of what I usually do, which in my opinion is giving it a whole new perspective. This is looking nice. Besides, if I switch that entire part back to what I usually do, to driving on the right and the other way is on the left, then all the trains at that point at those tracks will immediately be erased back to the starter position and start the route again. So that's also false. Plus, as you can see, I stop here. We also know that we have headlights. So because he just saw them on the other train. Well, that's looking good too. This is Sama Planet, right? No, Zaragoza. Still, this train is actually running better than the Mobil G, the Prussian G5. Actually making 80, and I thought the maximum speed was 78. So that's only a little bit below the Mobil. Well, in that case, it was the right choice. Question is what will happen now, because we're going up at this point. Slowly dropping speed. And I think the overall speed loss is not that bad. Yeah, this train is running pretty well. Very well even. barely using sand. Yep. So the biggest problem with this train is actually the cost. It's not making enough money. Well, sand supply is very dependent on slope, and slope is dependent at the height lines. So that means if the tracks are relatively flat, we're basically not using sand. So that one stays at 94%. Water makes more sense. Locomotive condition makes sense. It certainly will do maintenance. Let's join the ride in the tunnel. Very curious about the speed in there. Of course, that means the first thing we need to do is actually. Oh no, I thought we had to go through that glitch, but there isn't. Increasing speed again. Now it's dropping. That means we have to wait. Like I said. But we get a nice view of the light on the wall. Well, we're almost there now. once we're there, I'm actually going to close down. It's going pretty fast. Oh wait, maybe because, yeah, if you zoom to the maximum, zoom out to the maximum, you're actually speeding up time a little bit. Now I have to wait. No way. Oh, there we go. Really looks like I have to increase station size here. Because train number 4 is here and other chemical train is here. So I've got one unloading, two loading and waiting. I need facts. %. That is because of the long trip it did. This is what I mean. Look what happened. So the moment I zoom out, time goes a little bit faster compared to very close being zoomed in. And it's off. Okay. Well, that one works. I'm going to work on the whole change of the tracks I said I would do about here. Adding a 4-track gridiron and moving part of the cement tracks to the first two platforms to make that one better and add another switch over here. That's one of the things I'm going to do. So I'm going to do that. Still not good, still losing too much money on the maintenance posts and too many breakdowns. So for now, while the game is running, I have one more month ago, so in August we unlock this one. I will keep the game running while I'm making the adjustments. So I may be able to catch you in 1880. We'll see. We got 7 years to go. Sorry, 2.5 years to go. So, which means for now, thanks for watching, and I do hope you've been enjoying it. I certainly did. It's always, I keep saying the same thing, and it may be boring, but it's always nice to see how things are progressing and how it eventually works out or not work out when we look at the maintenance depots. So, I hope everybody's having a good week, and I'll be seeing you next week. Goodbye.